Hey guys, what is up? Hitmar3 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Today we are going to do a pretty interesting level. It's actually pretty hard too. The story I'm just gonna skip over. Basically, I'm going to explain it. They trick the Apostles' forces into going down this cliff, and so they basically have the terrain advantage. Although they definitely don't have the strength or numbers advantage. Keep that in mind. That the Dayan units are not as strong as Ike's Guerrilla Mercenary units or the Crimean Army or the Benyon Army. And yes, I know Ike's from Crimea, but, you know, he's different from the Crimean Army itself. He's better. Sorry. Sorry to any fans of the Crimean Army like Geoffrey, Kieran, and Malikov, aka Pinky. Alright, so you are going to want everybody that can pretty much at least do something. I'm actually going to not use Jill, Meg, or Fiona. I will keep Leonardo, though. As for the repositioning, hold on. Sorry about that. Anyway, as for the repositioning, I'm going to put Zahark up here. I'm actually going to make him go left. And he's going to go over there with Toronto, and Makai is going to go over there as well. Oh, right, I can't move south, that's right. I forgot about that. So just something like that. Basically keep your, you know, strong one-distance attackers like Edward, Aaron, even Nolan probably should be right here. And then have people like Laura and Leonardo in the back that can't do, or shouldn't do, direct attacks, and Valug in the very back because you do not want him to half-shift in this fight. So yeah, so when you need to defeat 30 units, the first thing you're going to want to do right off the bat is move whatever unit you put here forward. I just put Zahark because I already tried this once, like I did like a little mini take of this, and I didn't have Zahark do anything for the entire battle, so yeah, he's going to push that. Makai will go over here. Toronto will go down here. Basically what you're going to have to do is once you get Toronto down here, he's pretty much going to stay here for the entire battle because they're going to try to go up the cliff. Now the archers aren't going to move, so they kind of have a little bit of backup for you, but usually most people won't go down on the platform that Toronto is on. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this fight right here is actually pretty hard. And you do need to be very careful about both where you move your units and what your idea is for moving them. Like, what am I trying to do here in moving this unit? Where am I going with this unit, I suppose? Now, if you can put two people right there where I've got Edward and, Aaron, then you can just kind of block the area off. I usually put Edward there because he's got good speed, so he's not going to get hit, and Aaron's got really good defense. You can also put Nolan there, I suppose. Nolan would also work, but I kind of want to have Nolan just with the hand axe and, you know, just kind of safely right there. And no, that wasn't a cut. That was me skipping the conversing segment, so yeah. Now, your allies actually can do a lot here, and really they should do more. They don't, really, but they should. Because your allies actually, really, you kind of need your allies for this one, because you can get swarmed pretty easily. And typically the enemy units, because hopefully the ones you put in the front are stronger, that means that the enemy units are probably going to go for the partners before they go for you. Like, if they have a choice, because, you know, Edward's a stronger swords master than most of the regular partner swords masters, if you had any. I don't know if you do or not. There are two dragon riders over there. You can't see them. They're on the far right. They'll move in a second. But you definitely want to keep them alive. So, if it does get pretty bad out there, I would switch Laura from attacking with light magic to healing with psychic stabs. You know, just kind of whatever works. And you may want to heal, you know, like your own partners at some point. You do get 2 healers down there, though. Unfortunately, they're not dumb enough to, like, walk into the enemy lines because you've seen that some of the you've seen some of the enemy healers actually do that. They just, like, run right at you, which is kind of weird, but they do that. You've seen it. All the rocks will do 10 damage, yes, that's kind of obvious. It does not matter what their defense is, it does not matter what the resistance is. It will do 10 regardless. Now, pretty much that gigantic force down there you don't need to worry about because since your goal is only killing 30 units, you can pretty much kill everybody in this little area down here and then just kind of let them come to you slowly. And also, Toronto can just keep using ranged attacks and killing all the people that try to climb up the ledge, so it's not too hard. There is a few problems with it, and like I said, one of them is getting swarmed really easily. The other one is the Pegasus Knights. Now, all the ones around that carriage are not going to move, but the one up there that you see is going to move, and there's 2 over here in the center fighting force that will go after you as well. And I really wish he had not gotten that critical, because that is very unfortunate. I kind of wanted him as a defensive barrier. Okay, now, I don't know why you're going for the Lance General, because while you could probably hit him, you're not going to do a lot of damage to him. I mean, they're only doing like 3 and 2. I mean, come on. I would have gone for, yeah, I would have gone for Aaron. I mean, even though you're not going to really have a really good chance at doing any damage, because that guy was a soldier. The guy that did 3 was actually a halberdier. I mean, granted, Aaron is one as well, but seriously. Why are you going for the Lance General? You're not even doubling him. Now, if you doubled him, that would make sense, but I don't know. That's probably going to miss. Well, hold on. It's probably going to miss. Nope. It actually did hit. Oh, well. Lance General's got bad defense. Any general really has bad defense, so Laura will be able to take him out very, very easily. Something weird that you probably noticed is, like, a lot of the units look kind of weird. And now, if you remember, like, the one that is moving right now and that guy right there, those are actually level 1 units. They're not generals yet. And that's kind of weird because, like, you'll see that a lot. Like, there's some halberdiers there, but there's also some soldiers. It's rather strange, I know, but it's because that's a mix of the Crimean army and the Benyan army, so I'm assuming the Crimean army is weaker. Or maybe it's the I don't know. It's one of the two is weaker, so there are some actual level 1 units still here, which is pretty surprising. And I mean, granted, you have level 1 units, but it's a Dan. I mean, come on. They're going to have level 1 units pretty much the entire time. I mean, except for your actual units, you know. And yeah, I knew the javelin was going to break. That's why I gave him a hand axe. Make sure that Toronto's weapon's going to last for about 20 uses, probably, somewhere around 20. There will be people that try to climb up right there, and they'll either go for a Toronto or an archer. They'll probably go for the archer, because that's usually what I see them do. But they're probably going to get themselves killed. I mean, the archers aren't as good as, you know, like Shannon and Rolf, but they're usually good enough to at least do some damage. And obviously, if the unit doesn't have a ranged weapon like that guy right there, then yeah, they're going to go for a Toronto. I'd still keep him right there, though, because he does make a very good defensive barrier, because I've never seen the archers move, but if they do, then you're in trouble. Because the archers actually have a lot of defense right here. Or they're helping with your defense. As I mentioned, the Pegasus Knights are going to fly straight up to the top, which is kind of suicidal, but it can also be bad for you. It takes those guys one other turn, but that guy can go up to the top. And basically that means you want to hide. So hide, use Psychic on somebody. I don't care particularly who it is. You do want to keep your Psychic staff, have at least about 10 uses on it, but go ahead and, you know, at least try to use it. Make sure whatever unit you put over here can do something. You do have to play smart on this one a lot more than normal. I mean, it's a strategy game, you kind of have to play smart the entire time, but this is where it starts becoming where you really actually have to think a lot. And you might actually see me lose a unit and have to reset. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Now, believe it or not, you can actually hit over this rock and hit that guy. I know it's annoying, but apparently that has a range of 2 or something like that. So, if I had a longbow for him or something like that, and he could actually use bows, then yeah, I could shoot that guy, or at least try. I do have that storm sword, but I honestly think those 2 guys are going to die next round, so hoping this hits. Both times. Thank you. The storm sword is pretty nice. There is a better one later on called the Tempest Blade, but that one is still pretty nice. And I'm waiting for Valud to completely transform before trying anything here. These 2 should hopefully come down here, because they both have psychic staffs and they'll try to heal. I know you're going to attack next turn or the archer's going to kill you, so let's get rid of you. And I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, why did you use the Master Crown on Toronto? It's because pretty much after the end of Part 3, I don't really use him that much anymore. And Part 3 is actually finally getting close to the end. I believe it's got either 13 chapters or 14, and we're on 11 or 12 right now. I think 12, though. Yeah, we're on Chapter 12 right now, so it's either got 1 more fight or 2 more fights, and then we are done. I'm pretty sure it's 2, though. Yeah, it's 2, because there's 1 in the castle. They're snowing both times. That's the only way I remember them, which is kind of weird, but yeah, there's only 2 battles left. The first of the 2 is actually pretty difficult. The second one's not too bad, but it's really long, because you've got to get 80 kills. And it takes a while, let me tell you. Fortunately, you're the Grim Mercenary units for that fight, but still. Please hit. Come on. Yeah, alright. Unfortunately, Lance Generals can't really hit Pegasus Knights as much as I would like them to. Miss. Oh, no, he actually hit. Wow. Level 1 unit killed a Pegasus Knight. That's pretty surprising. And I know that's not their official name. It's like Valko Knight or whatever, or Valken Knight. I don't know exactly what it is, but because I played the original Fire Emblem, like, you know, the one for the US, the GBA one, I'm used to calling them Pegasus Knights, so I'm sorry if that annoys you. That's just what I know them as, so I don't think he's going to survive the round. Because they are swarming him. Yeah. So now they're probably going to go for the Lance General. I'm guessing the Draco Knights either backed off or got killed, but I don't think they got killed. I wasn't really watching. I'm sure a lot of you are probably wondering about that alternate channel, but then I changed my mind on it. I'll go over that in a minute, or next video. I'm probably going to have this fight down in 2 videos, and that's probably all I'm going to post for the day, like, minus the Total Brawl Island stuff. I'm going to try to update just a little bit less, because I know people are trying to catch up. I'll just be glad when Part 3 is over, because I actually really like Part 4. It's about the same length as Part 1. It's got 6 parts and a 5-stage epilogue, so 11, which I think is the same amount as Part 1. But it's not near as long as this one. Because the stages are shorter, primarily. And I'm probably just going to let the enemy finish up their turn. And yes, I can go over 15 minutes, I just don't want to. Actually, I'll go ahead and let Zahart move. But actually, no. I'm going to battle save and just end here. We needed 30 kills, and we only need 11 more, so we'll get it done in the next video. Definitely.